Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Learn English Through the News. Today, we will be dissecting an article I found in the National Public Radio, NPR, concerning one of the things President Trump said he would do when he was on the campaign trail. After I read each paragraph, we will dissect the paragraph and explore new vocabulary words so your English can grow. Let's begin. The first paragraph says, President Trump at a rally Saturday promised to fulfill his campaign pledge to eliminate taxes on tips. If you're a restaurant worker, a server, a valet, a bellhop, a bartender, one of my caddies, the president said, your tips will be 100% yours. For starters, a rally is a meeting of people showing support for a cause. While he was campaigning to be president, President Trump held rallies in many states in America. The verb fulfill is a synonym for satisfy or execute. People hope that when they vote for candidates, the candidates will fulfill their promises or their pledges made on the campaign trail. A pledge is a promise or commitment. To eliminate means to get rid of. We can decide to eliminate sugary foods from our diet. We could also decide to eliminate fatty foods from our diet. A valet is a person responsible for parking cars. This word is of French origin, and therefore the T is not pronounced. The pronunciation is valet, valet. And it's customary for us to see signs when we go downtown or when we go to popular places and those signs say valet parking. There's usually a charge and the valet will receive a tip for services rendered. A bellhop is an employee in a hotel who assists customers or guests with their luggage. A caddy carries a golfer's clubs and provides other assistance during a golf match. The next paragraph says, Trump first floated the idea of no taxes on tips in this same city last June during a campaign rally. When I get to office, we are not going to charge taxes on tips. On people making tips, Trump said at the time, promising that he would do this right away, first thing in office. The verb float most commonly refers to the act of being on the surface or close to the surface of a liquid without sinking. However, in this particular context, float means to suggest something that is surprising or unexpected. So it says Trump first floated the idea of no taxes on tips. He suggested something that was unexpected. June and I require capitalization. All the months of the year should always be capitalized, at least the first letter. And then the subject pronoun I. Whenever you're referring to yourself and saying, for example, I live in Florida. My friends and I go to the park every Sunday. The I should always be a capital letter, and it does not matter whether it's at the start of a sentence, in the middle of the sentence, or at the end. Right away is an expression that means immediately. Immediately. So a boss can say to his employee, for example, I need you to do this for me right away. Usually it's something very important or very pressing. And what he or she means is I need for you to do this immediately. The next paragraph says, earlier this month, 2 Democratic senators from Nevada joined forces with a group of Republicans to reintroduce legislation that would exempt tips from federal income taxes. It's something that could bring more people into the restaurant workforce. We are an industry that is chronically understaffed, said Sean Kennedy with the National Restaurant Association, which has endorsed the bill. Before we get into the vocabulary, Nevada is a state in America that's not very commonly known because most people know of Las Vegas, but Las Vegas is actually in the state of Nevada. To reintroduce means to introduce again. When we use the prefix re, it typically means to do something again. So to reintroduce is to introduce again. Exempt means to not be subject to or to be free from something. Chronic means serious or long-lasting. So when the article says that the restaurant industry is an industry that is chronically understaffed, it just means they typically don't have enough people to do the work that is required in restaurants, and it is a serious problem. So restaurants are typically chronically understaffed. Finally, to endorse means to approve or validate. For example, after Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis withdrew from the presidential race, he endorsed Donald Trump as the Republican candidate. So what have we learned today? A rally is a meeting of people showing support for a cause. The verb fulfill is a synonym for satisfy or execute. A pledge is a promise or commitment. Eliminate means to get rid of. A valet is a person responsible for parking cars. A bellhop is a hotel employee who accompanies guests to their rooms and helps them with luggage. A caddy carries a golfer's clubs and provides other assistance during a golf match. Float is a verb which most commonly means to rest on or close to the surface of a liquid without sinking. June and I require capitalization because all the months of the year should start with a capital letter, and the subject pronoun I should always be capitalized regardless of location. Right away is a synonym for immediately. Reintroduce means to introduce again. The prefix re means again. Exempt means to not subject to or to free from. Chronic means serious or long-lasting. And to endorse is to approve, usually in a public manner, or to validate. I hope you've learned a lot today and have jotted down these words in your vocabulary book. I would be happy to accompany you on your journey as you're learning English. Please do consider becoming a member of this channel by subscribing, liking this video, and leaving me a comment as well if you so choose. Thank you for your attention and see you in the next lesson.